Okay, that was Chainsaw Man, episode 3. That was one of the coolest, like, ending credit songs and animations I've seen in an anime. And that, like, we have some awesome after credits sometimes. Like, one of the best ones is, like, Lost in Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, right? But this was so interesting. This, like, ranks up there for songs and animation that goes along with it, with, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, Death Note Opening 2, and, like, this is up there, too, with, like, most unique and different and, like, I don't know, like, it stands out so much.
The way that the art itself and the animation fits in with what the song and what each, like, instrument in the song and the voice of the singer is doing is so cool. And obviously the song itself has these plot twists in it. Like, you don't know it's gonna, like, drop to a total different kind of, like, sound.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I really liked that.
Gosh. really
And then we have
that.
this, like, this symbolism of Makima as God.
Yeah. That makes sense. So from the get-go, I thought it was interesting because Makima has this way about her in regards to Power and Denji that I didn't expect. I didn't think that she was going to be so adamant that, like, okay, you guys got to watch over each other. Like, Denji, you got to make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. Like, that's a lot of faith to
like,
put.
Denji, like, 15.
It's a lot of faith to put on Denji, like, right off the bat. And, I mean, I wonder how long even Power has been under the control of Makima or on the team with Aki, because it didn't seem like Power was on that team in the flashbacks we got of Meowie later on in the episode.
I'm gonna go with not very long, because I'm pretty sure that Bat Devil wasn't, like, feeding Meowie kibble through the cage or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like this has to have been this, like, recent development, especially for Power to have, I don't know, she said that, I think we can gather that she only agreed to join under Makima in order to get Meowie back, in order to trick a human to come with her.
Maybe.
There.
I wonder what Makima is. Like, Makima has very interesting eyes, and
energy.
The only comparison I can make to Makima's eyes are Power's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And Power is a fiend, you know? Mm-hmm. I wonder if Makima is either part devil herself or has some special power that would bring fear into someone like Power.
Okay.
Because Power's, like, sweating bullets right here in front of Makima, saying that you guys need to work well together.
You know how so we have devils.
Mm-hmm.
There are angel halos and wings in the opening of this anime.
It could be angel devil thing.
Angel devil. I mean, a devil would be scared of a very powerful angel.
Yeah, if that kind of thing exists in this world.
I mean, if you have devils, you could have anything.
Okay, if you could have devils, then you could have angels. If you could have angels, you could have angel kind of fiends, right?
Yeah.
Like, you could have the opposite side of a fiend where an angel takes control of a human body.
Like, I feel it even more now after watching that outro, that, like, ending song, with getting that kind of religious imagery, the undertone of kind of
I agree with you
godlike and angelic.
Yeah.
And so we get that now both in the opening and the ending credits.
Yeah.
So is that where this is going?
Maybe. I think it could. Like, going through the episode, one of the first things that we got was that scene between Power and Denji by the vending machines. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, God, I love the atmosphere in this anime already so much, and, like, the framing and composition. It comes more into, like, my notes later on in the episode even too. But I also love the lighting and the shadows. Like, everything aesthetically is just off the charts.
There's also, like, the lighting, but also just in general, the muting of colors.
Yeah.
I tend to enjoy, like, artistically shows that don't go for, like, the highest saturation, unless here they're showing, like, the high intensity light in a dark room. Of course, it's going to be more vibrant and more saturated. But
even though it's more vibrant and saturated, it's still dulled down. It seems like they, like, produced the whole thing and then lowered it by, like, 10 saturation, like, as a whole, and I love it. It's so great.
And it gives a mood.
Yeah, it does. It gives atmosphere to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole idea that you have to like check power out of the like institution of the, what do you call it? The Tokyo headquarters of devil hunters.
Public security, right? Public safety.
Public safety. Yeah, you have to like check her out like it's like a weapon or something.
She technically is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we learned that she is the blood devil.
Yes.
And we
correct.
learned from Makima in this episode that there could be a devil of anything, and depending on how fearful people would be of that actual object, that actual idea, the stronger it could be.
It's interesting because is it like the general populace's idea of how fearful that thing could be, or is it like, oh, how fearful I can think of my own power? Like, if, like...
Like, is it more urban legend? Like,
yes,
it's
that's
built
what I'm
up
getting
its
to.
power
Yeah.
by people feeding it with their fear?
That's
or
what I'm
is it just
meaning.
like a societal, like, oh yeah, we're scared of this.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, we started the first episode of the show with one of my biggest fears, and Denji just, like, beat the crap out of the zombie devil.
Yeah.
I'm like, zombies are terrifying to me, but, you know, maybe it's the real world things that end up being the scariest.
Yeah. But Denji's case might be different too, because he's a special case, you know, like, is that of a devil, like, if you're a bat devil, are you just as powerful as you think it is? Like, if
I'm not very scared of, are people scared of bats? Are bats something that people fear?
I'm sure. But, like, can you twist it?
Because people, I mean, it could go with that lore of, like, vampire.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, like, how far you could go. So, like, power is obviously the blood devil. Can you, like, have training to get stronger by trying to think of how dangerous blood can be? You know?
I'm not sure how it works. Is it the devil itself knowing what it is and its awareness of what it is?
I mean, obviously it seems like they can make things out of blood. So it's like, oh, you can make a hammer out of blood. We saw a very small hammer that was made from power out of blood this episode. Is there a limit? Can you make like the biggest thing possible with the amount of blood you have currently in your body? How can like are there rules to that?
Right, like, did power have to take over a corpse and become a fiend in order to have a supply of blood?
I'm not sure. Because this isn't the devil of blood. This is the blood devil with, like, in a body right now, right? We didn't even get to see what the blood devil looked like beforehand. Yeah. Before it became power. Can you think of any fun ideas for devils in the future? I feel like we're going to be running into all different kinds of things. An air conditioner devil.
I didn't, like, last episode we were like washing machine devil.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would I be scared of?
Gun devil.
Gun devil, maybe, yes. Anything that has to do with a natural disaster, like a tornado devil.
Tornado devil,
or
that sounds
a water
awful.
devil, like whirlpool devil, volcano devil.
Volcano devil.
Like, natural disasters are pretty terrifying, and I think the general populace would all agree that they are
mushroom
to
devil.
be feared. The mushroom devil?
Yeah, that'd be pretty scary.
I mean, the mushroom devil could do a lot of things, like poison you.
Yeah, mold devil.
Make you horribly sick, yes.
Yeah, interesting. Think of, like, anything. It could be anything.
What about, like, good things? Would
popcorn devil?
Oh my god, I don't want to be scared of popcorn.
Edamame devil.
We love both of those things. Well, I love both of those things.
They're
just gonna have everything I love become a devil in this show.
Well, it's interesting because, like, obviously the bat devil's portrayed a certain way, and we learn all about that, but when it comes down to it, Pochita was a chainsaw devil, but was a dog. Like, why? It seems to be what it is what you make it. What?
And was not threatening.
At least when we saw him. And I wonder, like, how... I don't know. I feel like there has to be some exploration of that idea.
How they actually end up getting their power.
Yeah. So yeah, we had that conversation, and then we started walking into the house, or to the house off of public transport.
Yeah, Denji didn't walk into that house.
Yeah, Denji got dragged, and then you saw Power's, like, arm reach out of the shadows and bring it back in. It was so great.
So good.
Again, love the shoes. Absolutely love the shoes in the series.
They both have chunky shoes, and I like it.
Yeah. God, the blood
I can't be
manipulation
mad at
thing's so
Power.
cool.
What'd you say?
I said I think the blood manipulation thing is so cool, like making it into a hammer. You said you can't be mad at Power?
No. I mean, like, we have cats.
Well, yeah.
And if a bat devil stole my cat...
Well, I think Power even might have more of a reason, like, and more of an excuse. Like, looking at Power's backstory here, obviously, Power... This, in my head, I imagine this is very soon after Power became a fiend. Like, when, she woke up, or is naked in a forest, sitting on top of a bear.
Yeah. I could see this being pretty soon after the fiend.
And...
She says that Meowie's the only thing that could look her in the eye that she's not going to kill.
Well, yeah, I was trying to get to that in the show before we had talked about it, because I wanted to see the actual lines used, because it's very clear that Power is a devil, and in Power's existence, they think of anything living as nothing but, you know, food or something to kill. And throughout Meowie's existence, it seems like it's the first thing Power has ever cared for and loved in a human or in a living thing.
Like, she's giving Meowie food and drink to fatten Meowie up.
Yeah. Which
in turn, she's learning to care for something.
Yeah, exactly. And like when Meowie's just laying...
Meowie's so plump now, like on her chest.
When Meowie's laying on her chest, like on the rooftop, and Meowie's all plump, you're just like, man, they have had a little bit of time together. They have like had that relationship that Denji currently has with Makima, you know? But it's... I
mean, like, any animal, like stray or hungry animal, if you start feeding them, like even like squirrels, like if you start feeding anything, it will start coming by.
Yeah.
It will come to you whether for food or because it has some form of affection for you. Jury's out on that. Depends on the animal. But Meowie definitely got an attachment to Power.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel bad for Meowie, but I kind of hope and think that maybe Meowie's alive, because I think that maybe Power's alive.
Yeah, we don't know about the stomach acids and devils. So... They might be okay.
Real quick, just to make sure I understand it. When Makima said all devils are born with names, and the names, and the more the names are feared, the more powerful they are, the names would be the thing that they're attributed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did think it was just interesting in general that she says that all devils are born with names.
Yeah.
It's almost like humanizing in a way.
Which connects to Denji trying to find that humanistic connection within people who are considered devils or fiends. Like, it seems like Denji's still trying to understand what Power's going through here. And I think Denji probably understands that to Power, Meowie was the only thing that they ever had.
Like, Denji was so much more focused on watching Power at the time that the bat swallowed Meowie. Genji was like all eyes on Power in seeing Power's reaction to this.
Yeah. So I wonder if Power actually couldn't beat this bat devil, or like didn't try, or thought too powerful, too scary, not even gonna risk Meowie getting hurt.
Why? Yeah, is it just because Power didn't want to risk and was maybe that is it. Like, maybe Power thought that if she just went with this bargain that the bat struck with her, that everything would be okay, Meowie would be okay. I mean, technically, you know how she was like, oh, I misspoke to Denji? Like, technically she didn't really. Like, in a way, like, she could have been totally right that the bat would have used the cat as a shield.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Would the bat have even given her Meowie if she had brought a yummy tasting human?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't trust the guy.
We saw Power obliterate a devil before, but I would like to see another fight with Power.
Like a power scale kind of try to help you figure out like why she wouldn't have immediately tried to take out the bat devil.
Yeah. But getting to the fight, honestly, I have something to admit, and that is I was a little worried about how they were going to handle fight scenes with a character design that is a human with 3 chainsaws, because then you're like, okay, well, it has to be close-up combat. How is that gonna fend versus like big in scale opponents and not just one-on-one close combat. Like, how's that gonna, like, I was worried, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the composition and choreography was absolutely amazing, and I was so happy to see it. You also got, like, the idea that Denji's figuring things out, like, with this power while we're going on.
Yeah, like he retracting it.
Yeah.
He realized that.
So cool. And, like, I loved the movements of him, and I loved, like, how, it seems like he's been given almost, like, a superhuman power that goes hand in hand with it, which really lends itself to the fight scenes. It was just, like, before this fight, I was still worried, and now I'm like, oh man, imagine if you can like put your chainsaw into an enemy, and then like it's going one way, and then you reverse it so it goes the other way to give you like pull to do some other crazy move. Like I'm so excited to see where they can go with it now. Like I loved it so much. They can go in so many different directions in fight scenes, and like he like rid the chainsaw up his arm.
I know during it I said it reminded me of Levi.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was way better than I thought it could have been.
It all looked awesome. I enjoyed that whole thing.
They really made a decision to like lean into the fact of how small Chainsaw Man is, like, and he's like a human's size, and they use that to draw like I don't know. It looks really well done in scale and comparison when you see like a little tiny Chainsaw Man, but he's such a badass and just tore into a bat's guts, and now it's raining devil blood on him, and he looks small. It's so cool.
Badass, and he made sure, even though he said, I don't care about saving the guy, every single person that he saw still around, he made sure to say something to them, which he can talk, cool, and they can understand him. Awesome. And he made sure to get them to run away. And that guy in the car, I don't know how he did it. Did he somehow, like, pop the guy out? Like, did he...
It seemed like when he was throwing it, the guy opened the door and jumped out of the car.
Okay.
He did not give a shit if that guy lived
really?
or died.
You think, like, he would have just thrown the car with the guy in it?
Yes, and that's why I love it. It's different, you know?
See, I was thinking he must have done something to get the guy to pop out of the car.
No.
Maybe it was him saying, like, I don't care about him, that got the guy to act.
I'm sure. It would have gotten me to act. Look, like the guy's like, oh shit. He jumps out of the car door and then it hits him in the face. Love it.
This sonar shot.
Yeah.
It looked so creepy because he like it was almost like his gums came out.
Yeah. It was definitely...
I was like, I'm not loving how that looks.
Yeah. I thought... Okay, so yeah, when he's with that guy in the car and he's like, oh, I don't care about saving some dude, I was like, yeah, you know, when I envision like Superman or something, I'm like, oh my god, I'm falling to my death, and Superman comes and catches me in his arms. I do not envision myself being held in Denji's arms very calmly. You know, like
Well, if he didn't know how to retract his blades, that wouldn't be safe. So.
But that's not the kind of character he is. He's doing what he needs to do to get the bag. He has a goal, and he's doing what he needs to do to achieve that. I'm just hoping within Denji's mind, he isn't hoping that he can use Power's body while Power isn't alive within it.
Oh, yeah, because all he cares about is copping a feel.
Yeah. Big facts.
I think Power and Meowie are okay.
I think they're okay as well.
That's my, like, final verdict on the state of them. And I think they are okay. I think that Power's gonna cut out of the stomach or something with Meowie in her arms, and I'm gonna be like, yay! You know?
It's gonna be great. And I think that then Power is going to start liking Denji.
I think Power will finally understand. Like, I mean, it was, like, confusing me at first that she kept kind of, like, saying things that seemed like she didn't understand Denji's situation. And I was like, why is she saying that? Denji's blah, 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 you know? And then we got the kind of parallel
Chainsaws.
with Makima explaining the chainsaw to Hayakawa. And I was like, okay, so yes, no one else has seen him in action. No one else truly knows what he looks like except Makima.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm excited to see Power's reaction, though. Best
friends forever.
Or like, oh, that's so cool, you know? Or,
I
oh,
mean,
it's so
like,
hot.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm excited because I think that this is like the perfect like friendship adventure that they needed to really kickstart their relationship.
I agree with that. I'm really getting into it. I'm getting into the show.
Me too.
All right, you good?
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.
Okay.
Because Power's like sweating bullets right here in front of Makima.
Okay.
Because Power's like sweating bullets right here in front of Makima. Power's like sweating bullets right here.
Power's like sweating bullets right here